Welcome to live softball action. Spacequake Sports, we've returned for 2025 for the SA Country Championships men's final between Hills and NAMSA. Joining me on the mic today is the softball board chairperson, Pete Williams. G'day, Pete.
Hello, how are you, Anthony?
I'm doing very well, mate. You've done a very good job with this tournament, especially in the heat. It's worked beautifully. Everybody seems to be having a good time.
Yeah, we were sort of going through and looking at the forecast ahead. Were we going to play some more games, or were we just going to lock it in at the first one round each and go with that? And we decided the one round, and I'm glad we did, because 2 rounds would have probably had a few completely knackered.
Yeah. Well, the heat's definitely made it difficult. The 2 form teams of the country championships here for the men's. So mixture of state representatives and players from the association. So great to see everybody down here on beautiful Ghana land here at West Beach. It's about 35 plus degrees. Harry May is going to kick it off for the Hills, and he's throwing to the lead off for NAMSA, Nick Dorr. And strike straight away behind the plate today. We've got the young Paige Breen, who's been doing a bunch of work here on the weekend. She's doing great. Jordan Taylor over on first base are our umpires. Count splits at 1-1.
Yeah, it's been pretty warm down here. There was a little breeze and a little bit more cloud cover yesterday. Today it's a bit more open sky, so that heat is bouncing off pretty nasty at the moment. In saying that, the temperature is actually technically a few degrees cooler, so it definitely feels warmer here today than yesterday, but all weekend there's been some really good atmosphere, really good culture around the place, and it's been fantastic to see all these associations mixing.
Nick Dorr drives it up the middle with a great lead-off single as it goes out to Angus Wilson out there at centre field, and NAMSA have got their first base runner.
Yeah, good piece of the ball there, just absolutely flat batted it straight back past, as you see on the replay, straight out to centre field, and nice little ground ball to get him off.
Harry May now throwing to Riley. Oh, Nick Dorr's already stolen second. So NAMSA have decided in the heat the best way to play this game is just keep running. So good job. Can you say that surname for me?
Riley Carianis.
That's what I said. Thank you. Harry May turns up the afterburners there with a really good fastball, and is fouled off by Riley. Got Nick Dorr over there at second base.
So Riley had been hoping to see if we could get some sort of clearance for him to play at the under-23s this year. Unfortunately, he turned 23 in December last year, so he wasn't eligible.
Tries to advance Nick to third, and Harry May beats him on the bat. End of the innings, Pete. I'll get you to go around the lineups for us. Good change of pace, freezes Riley at the plate, and that's a great pitch for his first strikeout, showing his talent there, Harry May.
Yeah, good pitching style too. There wasn't really any difference in his actual action, which is obviously the key when you're throwing the change-up. You don't want to show the batter too much, so it's a good pitch.
Sam Pachuris, the DP, comes in, whose dad was part of the volunteer crew helping out over the weekend and pre-tournament. Also had the player of the tournament on Friday night.
Yeah,
you were here.
I did check to see if he'd got up yet.
Yeah. Another good change of pace. Sam gets underneath it, flies it high and deep out to centre field. Angus plays third. Good block over there by James Harris, the icon, at third base, and keeps the lead off. Nick Dorr stuck over there at second base in scoring position, now 2 out, and coming to the plate it's Adrian Felt.
Yeah, good piece of the ball there, just got under it a bit too much, which allowed Angus Wilson to come in a bit closer and hold that runner at 2. Adrian Felt, of course, president out at NAMSA, so he's
state men's rep,
slotted in the 4 spot here today, so everything on his shoulders for the association.
No pressure. Harry May starting to get his radar on here. So Aqaba Hotel, proud partners and sponsoring this event for the country championships.
Yeah, first year they've come on board with Softball SA, and we've been absolutely rapt to have them. They're obviously working through and getting a fair bit of coverage as well through the ASA competition we have here, and absolutely proud to have them with the state representation that we've got as well, all receiving some sort of benefits from the Arkabar Hotel to be a state rep, so it's great to see them. We'll see a couple of presentations at the end of the year there.
And Nick steals third and is safe as he slides under the Icons tag there at third base. James Harris doing a good job to recover and lay the tag. Harry made a couple of good inside pitches there and a decent throw there too by Luke Moore.
Low inside pitch he went and just got in there nice and quick, so good slide.
Rob Laidlaw's just turned in just off of some good holidays there. He's still got his holiday hat and holiday beard on, so great to see Rob down here taking some photos of the men's final between the Hills and the NAMSA here at the SA Country Championships, sponsored by Arkabar. And Adrian Phelp does a good job sitting in that count, takes it all the way to full. Got runners on the corners here at 1 and 3 with 2 out. We're in the top of the first, and coming to the plate, it's centre fielder Christian Rothel. Great pitch. Adrian takes off for second, seeing if he can try and draw a play over there with the fast Nick Dorr at third. But early in the game, Catchamore holds the ball, trusting Harry May in his attack on the batter here. Just misses. He's ahead in the count here now.
These two teams met all the way back in game 1 of the men's draw on Friday night, 6 p.m. here on Diamond 1. Hills Blue taking that out 12-3. I think there was a bit of jokerish around with lineups in that game though. So
great fast drop ball there by Harry.
Both playing their strongest lineups here at the moment. We've seen Hills being very, very strong with the bat. Angus Wilson's been knocking them everywhere. Caleb Zackley's been hitting them everywhere. James Harris has been tonking them everywhere, so.
Christian there trying to make his strike zone a little bit smaller. It pays off for him.
I'm led to believe in this game on Friday night, James tells me he put 2 over the fence, so.
Just misses, just above the letters there. Another amazing change of pace by Harry May, showing all types of control. That's the skill the man has as he picks up his second strikeout. NAMSA leave a couple of runners on at second and third as we move into the bottom of the first, and I'll get you to go around the defense for the Hills.
So the defence for the Hills, what we just saw out there on the diamond was Harry May pitching to Luke Moyle, Graham Klinke up at first, Archie King at 2, James Harris at 3, Caleb Zackley at shortstop. The left to right in the outfield is Cooper Goodman, Angus Wilson and Mitchell Butler. Their bench, Darryl Elliott, Brett Atkinson. Their coach player is Joe Harvey, and also Patrick Fraser on the bench.
All right, so NAMSA now taking to the diamond. So the leadoff hitter is also going to be the pitcher for NAMSA, Nick Dorr, throwing to Riley behind the plate. Gary McNamara is over at first base. Nathan Humphries is at second. Adrian Phelp, the Prez we just spoke about, at shortstop for NAMSA. Patrick Rivers is at third. Jacob Goldner over at left field. Christian Rothwell at centre field. And Jake Pendleton is out at right field. David Curran is the bench, and Sam Paturis is the DP. So moving into the bottom of the first, leading off for the Hills, it'll be Caleb Zackley, followed by Wilson, the icon, Harris, May, Moyle, King, Klinke, Butler, and then Goodman coming in at 9. Looks like 30 degrees, feels like 40. Quick shout out while we've got the opportunity to Jo Liddell for all the work that she has done running the bar and canteen operations this weekend. She's done an amazing job. And so if you see her around the place, please thank her and congratulate her, because she's done a tough job in difficult conditions, and we thank her and also the grounds crews around here, the volunteers, all of the associations from the country championships for their support of the bar and canteen. So it's been a really good SA community effort, as Pete mentioned before. Good spirit. So, bottom of the first, Dorr versus Zackley. High above the letters for pitch one, and that's a ball.
And I've just got the list through. Apparently the grand final in the women's, which will follow this match, is going to be between Gawler and Sunraysia.
Oh.
The A-grade women's final, Sunraysia just defeated Centrals 2-0, and Gawler got over the line against Mount Gambier. So Sunraysia versus Gawler in the grand final to follow.
Fouled off. Yeah. Fouled off into a big crowd here at the Country Championships. Thankfully, the net's done its work. So exactly now behind in the account. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he's fouled this one off. Line drive down the third base line. We've just seen our state under-18 girls return. We've just seen plenty of them around the facility. They had a great tournament over there led by Coach Karen Dale, and they finished 3rd place to New South Wales. So congratulations to the girls, and a standing strikeout for Nick Dorr. Retires Caleb Zackley as he goes down looking on the outside. So the under-18s 4th last year, 3rd this year. A real great improvement. Pushed New South Wales all the way up until about the 6th innings in the prelim final yesterday, and went down, I think it was 7-2, and then New South Wales went on and beat Queensland 1-0 in the final. So that's a great effort by the South Australian team. So congratulations to Karen and her staff, Linda Martin and the other star, Jill Williams was there, Kathy Pash was there, and Reagan Diaz, new national champion of the Stars. So talk about more about that in the women's game coming up. James Harris will be commentating that one for you.
And from the boys were over there as well. Unfortunately couldn't quite get through to that top 4 at the end, but we're very close with the 3rd and 4th team in all the games they played as well. So great performances there from Jackson Jones in the middle. Another incredible performance on the plate. At one stage I've seen he had about 25 innings and nearly 39 strikeouts with an ERA down around 0.8. That was about day 3. So
coming back from a serious injury, so great effort by the young man.
And he's off with our 23s as well in a couple of weeks. So
Angus Wilson had a great hitting count, and he's used it to great effect as he's bounced this ball off of the fence out there just to the left of the infinity signs. One bounce into the fence for a stand-up double as the Hills put their first base runner on plate, which of course brings the icon, James Harris.
We saw a little bit on the replay there. That, if we see, actually, it's almost a cricket swing. It's a down and under swing to get that ball out there. It was low and inside, and he got that much power on it. It was good.
All right, here he is leading the competition for home runs, as he regularly does. Leans back. It's a great effort by the Chief Operation Manager of Softball SA, James Harris, to even be out there. Serious back injury on the first night. And here he is, patched up in the final. And he swings hard, so hard in fact that it's bounced off third base, Patrick Rivers. And James has strolled over to second. So
it was a sprint, wasn't it, to second for James?
I was trying to be kind. And
so a bit unlucky there. That ball off Patrick Rivers just took a cut off his hand and obviously rolled with some pace off to the fence.
That's the power of James Harris. He's better, much better half, Jordan Harris, celebrating her birthday today. So happy birthday to Jordan. So in the clean-up spot, it's the pitcher, Harry May, who has a great opportunity here to put the Hills in front. He's got runners at 2 and 3. It's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. It's 0-0.
So when you say he's lucky to be here, it's not really the injury on first night. It's the fact that he's abandoned his wife on her birthday.
Again, just trying to cover for the great man. But if you
No, he's had a great tournament. He's been on the grounds, as he does all the time, on the grounds, zooming around. He's been helping with the statistician work as well. As he does at all these tournaments, he pours in the hours. He does heaps of work with Catherine and Bree in the lead up to the event, planning it and organising with all the team. And, we had it nicely planned and organised this year. It was fantastic to roll into it with a week up our sleeve, knowing what was going on.
Harry May leaving nothing to chance there as he takes a big cut to try and score the both as he's fouled off over the Spacequake production box. It's great to see producer Brandon and the A-team back here at Spacequake Sports at West Beach, the home of softball in Australia.
Just a bit about the country champs. I said, we had 25 teams. We had 9 men. We've had 16 women's teams. We put a couple of teams in from the Masters competition that we weren't able to get up and going this year. But for anyone who is tuning in on Spacequake, the group around planning this have already said our drive is to get that Masters happening next year. We really want that happening. We want more of our Adelaide players to put the hand up for a draft. We had Caitlin Holt this year playing for Gawler. Tiana Staker, of course, her junior club was Gawler. She's only had a couple of years in Adelaide playing for the Hills here. She was out there about for Gawler as well, and it's just fantastic to see them mixing with people that they've been a part of and may not have been a part of. But we've had so many great games here. There's been a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, and at the end of the day, the tournament has gone off really, really well with not one single complaint or issue coming through us at any stage. So it's a format that seems to have worked. History showed it worked, and we were just bringing it back. So we really entice any of those Adelaide players that are around. Unfortunately, we understand the under-18s are probably where some might have come from. We really want them to be a part of it next year, and the country regional associations have definitely said they'll look to bring a couple more teams, which they need that little bit more help at the top. So
Harry May in a great battle there with Nick Dorr. Nick Dorr went with his first off-speed pitch, froze him at the plate, and then went inside twice, just missing as he gets a walk. Luke Moore comes to the plate, the catcher, and he's got bases loaded with 1 out as an opportunity here for the Hills to take the lead.
Batting four, it's a bit of an odd comment because it's pretty normal, but he is definitely capable of putting them over the fence and has done this week as well. So Grand Slam, I think he had one yesterday. Or no, Angus Wilson had a Grand Slam yesterday. Yeah, Powers in the bid. Above the letters, lets that one go to even the count 1-1. So the Hills now with 3 runners on, Wilson, Harris and May. Speed everywhere across the base pass. The other thing about this country champs, it's brought people of all ages here. In the women's, we saw
Luke chases that one up high, fouls it off as he now falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded, bottom of the first, none out.
In the women's competition, the oldest player was 76, playing for the All-Stars, the youngest 15.
Did you play?
No, I thought it was James initially, but then it was women's. I got confused. But 76, the oldest female representative, 15, the youngest female. And on the men's side, the oldest was 65, playing for, I think it might have been Riverland, potentially. And the youngest was 15 as well. So, again, anyone can play in broad ranges. They're all playing amongst each other. We've seen the Seacombe team out there playing in the B2 comp in the men's. They have had an absolute ball, a lot of laughs. They've been the first year last to leave every day, and they have been getting it from the Seacombe team as well.
Moore has fouled off his last 3 pitches, 2 of them behind the plate. That one inside, recovered by the first baseman, Gary McNamara, just foul. So again, the young pitcher for NAMSA, Nick Dorr, taking another hitter to deepen the count. Moyle just throws his hands at this one, puts it up in the air. A great catch taken by Adrian Phelps there at shortstop. You can see that he would have been looking directly into the sun as he did that, and a spilt ball probably would have scored a run. So a great play there, as you can just see here on the Akabar Sporty Bars replay. That's a really good catch, set, ready to go for the second out, bringing to the plate the second base, Archie King. Bases still loaded, 2 out now, bottom of the first. in the dirt. Great piece of catching there by Riley. Spilt ball there, would have cost a run. So good job there as Archie King takes a ball to start the count.
And I don't know how we say this. It's either Archie King, brother of Georgia, or Georgia, sister of Archie, but they're both very talented players. We've seen Georgia away at the 23s and the Open.
Georgia's a national championship player now with the Stars, so let's go with brother of.
Brother of. Sister. Yeah, brother of Georgia King. So she played phenomenal. I thought she was very good over at first base throughout the Open Championship as well. There's a couple of huge stretches there where she got out and about.
And we're just looking at what's just happened here.
Have they called a dead ball out of the box?
I think they might have. We'll get a replay from our boys at Spacequake in just a sec. The Hills runners haven't moved. NAMSA's left the field.
I think what their Hills coach is saying is it's bounced in foul territory before it's hit the batter.
And here comes the Sporty Bar replay. And you can see it's
double hit
the bat.
So it hasn't hit him, it's hit his bat. NAMSA's given up. They're all off the diamond. They're getting ready for a hit. So, yeah, just an interesting one here. There's only 2 remaining out there, and I reckon they're the outfielders.
Just trying to shorten their walk back if they have to go. Bit of controversy here early in the final, which is what we expect.
Now, they're coming to talk to the NAMSA coach, which generally means that it's probably going to change around and be altered. Or are we going to get some... No, we're going to get some assistance here from the tournament chief umpire, Sharon, who is standing at the gate. So Paige just coming to ask a question around what the ruling would be on this. Obviously, country championships, we have no protest, no ability to protest. You can only ask or challenge the normal call as you would in a game. And then the umpires make the final rule, and that's what has to be dealt with. So as we see here on the replay, it goes down and actually hits his bat on the
backswing.
Yeah. And he's definitely not out of the box anyway. So they've obviously called him a double hit.
Yeah, I don't think the ball was in play at any time there. It was all behind the plate stuff. So,
are they maybe calling an interference? I don't know what this call is, and we don't have the access to the umpires to be able to ask it, but we're in a time game, so let's hope this doesn't go too long.
So, Blues made the call, stuck with the original one, and so Hills leave 3 runners on in the bottom of the first. Bit of controversy, as always, is in the finals. I know Pete called it just a bit earlier when he said there's been no complaints, and I knew he said it too soon. All good, though. Pete's just getting some clarification on the ruling there for us, so we can explain it to you.
So I've just sought some clarification around it, and called out for hitting the ball twice is the ruling there. So obviously the ball has hit behind the plate and come up, and then as the bat's gone through in the backswing, it's hit the bat. So they're calling it for hitting the bat twice. Was the ruling, but not one I have seen in that style before, and probably in the next 100 years of softball, you won't see another one.
As you said, it's time game, so let's hope we can keep it moving here. So after one, it's 0-0.
That's a good get out by NAMSA there to hold them.
NAMSA had 2 runners left on base, and the Hills had 3 runners left on base. So Hills just ahead, I suppose, but still no score. Harry May here now throwing to right fielder Jake Pendleton, who takes one pitch, swings and drives the ball over to second base Archie King for the first out.
So Jake Pendleton playing the time game there. Just saw the first pitch and hit it, and hit it all right. Just unfortunately got a little bit fat up on the top of the bat and just plomped its way straight to Archie, who did not have to move.
Third base Patrick Rivers comes to the plate at 1 out. Obviously lucky to survive the fireball from James Harris that went down the third base line. Got out of there with his life. Just.
Is he going to return fire here? James Harris standing at third looking at him.
Let's hope so. I mean, Oh, big swing too. Love that.
I tell you what, if he does, with that power of that swing, I have seen this guy hit a couple of decent balls this week as well, so he does have some power behind him.
Harry May low there for 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody on, top of the second, 1 out. Change of pace. Harry May starting to use that with devastating effect as he levels the count at 2-2.
I don't think that change of pace was picked too well. He'd already turned his shoulders and held the bat back and had no option of swinging at it.
Goes hard and fast. Patrick Rivers gets after him and fouls it off behind the plate. 2-2 is the count. Great pitch, return fire to the icon Harris, who lights it up with the cannon. The ball bursts into flames as it crosses the diamond and hits the glove of Graham Clinky over at first base for the second out.
A couple of big swings. James was fielding a little bit deeper there at third, and the ball just sort of dribbled off the bat towards him. Took a bit of time, but...
Well, when the icon's got the cannon that he's got, even at the age, he can field wherever he likes and still make that out. Jams the next batter, which is Gary McNamara, up on the hands. Great pitch by Harry May. And NAMSA's retired 1-2-3 here in the top of the second, as we get to see the Hills team now, see if they can put some runs on the board. They've left 3 stranded in the first. Graham Clinky will be the lead-off from first base, followed by Mitchell Butler, the right fielder, and Cooper Goodman, who can hit a long ball, will be at left field, batting 3.
Interesting confidence there from Harry May, the pitcher, and James Harris. As soon as Caleb Zackley picked that ball up, they were 3-4 steps off towards the dugout already. They had confidence in his throw, and they were halfway home before they had even let the ball go.
That's what we call smart sun management here at West Beach.
There's your redhead.
And this close to the beach, you'd expected there to be some sort of breeze off the water, but of course those trees are real. They're not fake behind the ground. Just because they're not moving, don't think that we've put them there artificially. There is not a lick of breeze down here to save yourself. Here we go. It's going to be the bottom of the second. First baseman Clinky's going to lead us off. Strong man. And gets after the first pitch. Riley loses the helmet and makes a great catch, looking into the sun, just like his president shortstop in the innings before. And you can hear him there on the pickup mics. He couldn't see it there as well. So obviously chasing it up on sound.
I'll find it the next time. You found it that time, Riley. It was exactly where you found it, in your glove.
Right fielder Mitchell Butler, the next man up, and gets a called strike on the inside there by the young Nick Dorr, throwing rockets out there today.
Some phenomenal talent out there on the diamond here too, and
he's been trying to get that pitch working in the first innings. He got rung up a couple of times and didn't get his result. But he's delivered there, the young Nick Dorr, as he takes a second strike. Butler behind on the count. Change of pace, goes up, and Butler follows him up. And that's the second strikeout for the young pitcher from NAMSA, Cooper Goodman. So we've got a car parked behind the dog club. I'd suggest you move it, because this could go anywhere.
Home run derby on Saturday night here, the MC Sports home run derby. Cooper Goodman won the men's, just knocked off a Riverland player, Troy Harrison. But Cooper hit the ball, and I'm not kidding you, the left field lights, the light globe far to the left, the ball travelled about half a metre under it, and that's over the Arkabar sign.
And you can see there's a little bit of sportsmanship there with the bat. You people thinking at home that we were making that stuff up, as he's gone 260 deep over the Aqaba Hotel, proud sponsors of the Country Championships. He's gone straight over that, and the best way to get around the base pass on a day like today is to hit it long and just jog in. Great shot by the number 9, Cooper Goodman, and you can see here just a little bit of enjoying his own work, and we love that. That's a great shot. It's also put the Hills in front in the SA Country Open Men's Final as they take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, so he's plonked that one up, nearly taking the globe out on the left light tower, and then the next one came up and hit the ball. For those that know West Beach, you might be able to see it, I'm not sure. The Dog Club back there behind centre left. There's 2 air conditioning units on it, and the ball went over and bounced the other side of the second air conditioning unit on the roof. It was phenomenal hit. That's easy 40 metres behind the home run fence, and he has just launched this ball and hit the last 4 hits for home runs to win the tournament.
Back to the top of the lineup, Caleb Zackley dealing with the fact that he's got to follow up a 260-foot line drive bomb by the number 9. But the man's got a killer mustache, and we appreciate that. Here he goes, trying to put a runner on for the Hills because there's some hitting power to come. Wilson's already hit a double to centre field. The Icon obviously seen somebody else getting talked about hitting home runs, won't like any of that, so he'll be in amongst it.
No, it won't surprise me if my nomination for the board in September just gets magically lost after not talking him up and calling him old and slow. I'm probably not going to go too well when I got to give him my application. But Caleb also, Chloe Zackley, sister of the batter in the box here.
Great piece of the ball there, line drive out to left field. Well fielded out there by Jacob Goldner, who keeps the ball nicely in front. The Hills now starting to flex some muscle after leaving 3 runners on in the first. And now Angus Wilson, who had that double to centre field, one bounce off the fence, as the Hills have now had back-to-back hits for the first time in the game. They are still 2 out, so expect to see some base running. And he's made it under the tag of Felt.
Throw just went a little bit high there and a bit behind the runner, and Philp did a good job to get to it and get the arm down, but as we see here, the pitch was a high one that came up, stayed high, the throw went high, good dive in and just a tap onto the right boot on the way in, but a little bit too late.
Good discipline there after the sacrifice swing to advance his base runner, put himself into hitting position, scoring position, my apologies. Wilson now, again, another good count. Has to protect that. Brave work by the coach of the Hills down there on third base. He's thrown a non-gloved hand at the ball, which traditionally ends poorly, and he's tapped it back into play. Wilson, a couple of strikes and a ball. Base runner at 2, 2 out. Hills leading 1-0 after the long home run by number 9, Cooper Goodman, out at left field.
So you're saying Caleb Zackley out at second at the moment. Sister Chloe, who's been playing very well this year out at second base for the Hills in the Adelaide competition. You'll see her on the live streams. This is his chance to get on.
Just like he did in the first innings, he's put this ball over to left centre, except this time, like the batter in front of him, Wilson goes 240 feet with his first home run of the game, following his double. And the Hills now jump out to a 3-0 lead. And the only person that's going to be upset about that is the guy at the plate, the Icon James Harris, because it's only going to be a single RBI if he delivers. Great piece of batting there by Angus Wilson. Line drive home run. Jimmy Harris tries to keep the game moving. Gets after the first pitch And you can see playing through that injury, doesn't rotate like he traditionally would, grounds out to shortstop. Felt makes the play, but not before the damage has been done. The Hills jump out to a 3-0 lead here in the SA Country Championships, sponsored by the Aqaba Hotel. We're moving into the top of the third.
We're at the halfway mark, smack bang on, 35 minutes in, so...
NAMSA are going to have to... Still haven't got that water from half an hour ago. Yeah. Just trying to get some water out to our cameramen who are apparently all about to fall off the scaffolds. So Nathan Humphreys, who hasn't had an opportunity to have an at-bat yet, he's currently playing second base for NAMSA. He's going to lead us off here in the top of the third. Harry May's had a good day out so far. He's had a couple of strikeouts and the field's been pretty solid behind him. Great change of pace with a killer fastball. So the Icon's just made his way out to third. We're ready to go. Harry May pitching to Nathan Humphrey. Shows short. NAMSA show their intent that they've got there's not a lot of time in these country championships games, so NAMSA need to act fast, chasing 3. Gets after that one. Again, May brings the heat, jams him up, and it's fouled off over the bench of first. Apparently we've only got one ball at the...
I think there's 2 in the dog club. One's right. In the dog club and one's in the golf course. So
all right. We might need to come up with another one.
Might need to chase some balls, or this time game could go very short.
Maybe you could have a word with the tournament convener about... Oh, he's out there at third base. All right, well... Oh, no, here we go. We've got a ball coming in from left field. Nice work to whoever's out there in the crowd. Thank you for doing that. I don't think Cooper's ball's going to be found, but we'll take the other one. So Nathan Humphrey behind in the count. 2 strikes here, attempted running bunt and a foul tip so far. Takes a pitch on the high outside. May starting to look very dominant here in the middle. Great change of pace again by May. Comes up, does his own fielding. Don't worry, boys, I've got it. Just sit tight as he recovers the ball. Great throw over to Clinky at first and retired the first out for NAMSA. Brings us back to the top of the lineup. It's their pitcher, Nick Dorr, who had a single to centre field to kick the game off. And swings on an outside change. May now starting to be in total control here. Again, just disguises his pitch so well that Dorr thinks it's going to be hard and fast on the edge. Looks to try and put the ball over the Dental Fasulstein. And again, May's deceived him in the air. And after 2 off-speed pitches, comes in with a rocket and in the dirt, but the ball unfortunately gets checked. Have a look here if he's swung through and broken the plane. It's right on the edge there, but it was a good attempt for the second out. Behind the plate, Riley
Carianis.
That's what I said. He's took a good catch in the last innings that he apparently didn't see. Let's see if you can see Harry May here. He's had a couple of swings, went down looking in the first. I have a sneaking suspicion he won't be going down looking in this one. 2 out for NAMSA. May, bit of mix. Chases him upstairs as May wins the battle again and retires NAMSA. But you can see the intent there.
Yeah, so trying to hit, they're trying to get these runs on the board, but just chase that rising up. Absolutely glorious. You see there's a little bit of a breeze swinging around in the west. Before today it was coming from the north and it was a pretty dry wind, as I said, but these guys are into their last game. We've got a number of games going on out on the back diamond as well. We've got diamond 9s, 3 and 4 I think are going at the moment, and then we've got to follow this at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is the women's grand final here, so that's to be played between Sunraysia and Gawler. There's also a couple of other grand finals will be going on, and then we'll have the 3:30 today. We will have the presentations on the main diamond here for all 6 grades that are playing. Also included in that will be the men's and women's team of the year, which comes from the men's competition will come from the A and B grade, and from the women's competition will come from the 4 women's A grade teams. And of course we've got the MVP for the men and women. So plenty of presentations to take place. I can guarantee you with the heat, we will try to get that through as quick as possible. I'd hope no longer than 20 minutes to do all that, but a good opportunity to just get around and have that one last little chat to each other and meet each other and find out who each other are post those presentations before hitting the road home to their country associations. So we're going to go into the bottom of the third.
Yes, the pitcher Harry May is going to lead us off. Got a walk in the first one. He's had a good day today in the middle though. 3 good strikeouts, great change of pace, great fastball, does his own fielding. Just needs to put a hit on the board to push his claims. And he's hit the ball, but he's hit it back to the pitcher, and Nick Dawes done his own fielding as well.
Well, that's a quick way to get in and out the box. He couldn't have tapped that back any lighter to the pitcher, Nick Dawes. So that was a quick 1 up, 1 down.
Luke Moyle, who flied out to a good catch by Adrian Philp in the first innings, takes an early pitch here.
And also, while I got it, the country affiliated associations that have been here have all had a shot running through the roster in the bar and the canteen.
Luke Moyle's gone deep. He's gone deep. Deep enough that he's nearly put it into the sheds as he hits his first home run of the final, as he's pulled the ball over the right field fence right in front of the work sheds. Great piece of the ball by the catcher as the Hills extend their lead here in the bottom of the third. And didn't even really follow through, just all timing. And a great eye. That's excellent batting by the Hills catcher.
Yeah, the Gator was in some extreme trouble there for a moment, but just about a foot above the door it's hit, and hopefully we can get that ball back because we're running short. Extends
the lead to 4-0. Archie King, which was the controversy in the the second innings. It was the first innings. He hit the ball twice. So here, chasing a fastball by Dorr up in the zone.
Batting 2,000.
Change of pace by Dorr. King fouls it off as he goes ahead in the count now.
Yeah, so all the associations got their volunteer roster into the bar and canteen to put half a dozen in there and try to, 4 or 5 in there to try to keep the bar and canteen rolling across the weekend. And we've seen some great support from some of the associations there and pouring numbers in to help out and keeping the, as you said, Joe Liddell worked a heap of stuff there and a heap of magic through the morning and the food and all that. And
she's the MVP of the tournament for me.
You've done the amazing job through the bar keeping that going.
No, she's run that as well.
There's been plenty wanting stuff in there.
And a foul ball down the right field line, followed by a swinging over a drop ball there. Retires King for the second out. And whilst we're speaking MVPs, because you probably won't get your flowers in the next game, but Pete Williams, great job with the tournament yourself. You've been doing first here, last to leave, literally, and you've done a great job in putting this all together. With the SA office, it's worked, so obviously it'll only grow bigger from here. But thank you to all the support that you've given, not only the teams, but so the associations, as Nick Dorr, great reflex catch as Graham Plenke, the first base for the Hills, just hits a line drive rocket, and Dorr, casual as you like, mid-delivery, just takes the ball in the chest and just puts his glove in front of it for a great third out.
So on the replay here, you see Nick Dorr, his finishing position for his glove head is tucked in behind his leg. So to get that ball back, but I tell you, I don't know if we can see that replay again. If he didn't get that glove to that ball, it was going to
hit the Aqaba Hotel sign on the home run fence.
Well, no, that ball was going flat at about just lower than waist height, and the zip line could have been in trouble, I think. See here.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
That's 46 feet for you. Not a lot to happen.
Well, he started at 46. By the time he's finished, he's probably
on the circle, yeah. All right, here we go. So game summary, we're moving into the top of the fourth. Finals in the home stretch here. It's probably NAMSA's genuine last roll of the dice here to try and make something of it. And they're chasing 4 at the moment. It's a dominant performance masterclass run by number 37 Harry May in the middle, who's pitching a great game out there at the moment.
It looks like James Harris has come off. We're seeing number 43 over at third base now, so some changes coming up here for...
Yes, I think that the Icons succumbed to too many injuries simultaneously. It was a brave, hard effort to even be out there, but I think that last rotation of the bat, I think, might have put him to bed. And
I think you find he's also going to jump himself on ice for the commentating of the A-grade women's final to follow.
You're not following what I'm putting down, and
nice.
I'm trying to tell the truth, and you're just muddying the waters. So here we go. It's what are we waiting for? It's a time game. It's a final. And, we don't have a plate umpire. Right, that's right.
So we see Cooper come in from left field into third base. I can't quite see who that is out at left field. The infield remains the same. Darryl Elliott's out at right field, so I don't know if Mitchell Butler has slid over to left field. And Angus is still standing at centre field. So it looks like it might be a 7-5, 5-9, and 9-7 swap with Darryl Elliott coming in from James Harris.
The fact that you show... No, that's
out at left field.
Sure. All right, here we go. DP, Sam Pachuris, flied out to centre field in his first at-bat, faces Harry May. It's top of the fourth in the South Australian Country Championships men's final, sponsored by the Aqaba Hotel. The Hills currently lead 4-0, courtesy of a couple of big home runs by the Hills batters and a dominant pitching performance by the pitcher, number 37, Harry May, in the middle.
Don't know if we can get the shot out at the left centre in front of the dog club there at some stage. Looks like our Sunraysia A-grade team potentially warming up for the grand final.
So when I was trying to cover up Jimmy there before, he's actually gone into makeup, getting ready for the game before. And there we go, Spacequake on the dot. And you can see Sunraysia there getting ready for their big final in the A-grade following this game.
It's great to have them here. One Sunraysia team, and popped into the A-grade. They initially didn't really want to play up that way, but we popped them up there, and they have made their way to the grand final, so it's good to see.
Pachuris, the DP, picks up a walk to start off. the shortstop, Adrian Phelp, who also had a walk in his first at-bat. It's none out here for NAMSA with the runner at first. Chasing 4 in the Country Championships men's final. Top of the 4th. Hills will get a right of reply to bat if required. NAMSA need to score, and they need to score now.
Yeah, they've really got to put the pressure on now, and, you know, 15 minutes before no new innings, so you'd think by the time this innings gets through and Hills get through another turn at bat, it could be just about done. That's that change up again. That time just looked like it completely lost any speed off it.
Well, no NAMSA hitter's been able to pick it up yet. I can just see out of the corner of my eye over here, Gawler just starting to warm up on the back of the first base bench. So excitement around the place is building for the women's final. Season ticket holders only. There's no seats left remaining here at the venue. It is a complete sellout for the big Country Championships finals. May comes back in hard. Phelp.
Are we going to sell tickets for tomorrow as well? I noticed that happened the other day. Unfortunately, a man turned up for a game of baseball for game 3 of the series. He bought a ticket online that day, and unfortunately the game didn't take place. So I'm sure he'll be able to sort that out with the league to get that money back. But
outside, the masterclass that Harry's painting here, he thought he had it, and he's just missed on the edge. Phelp chased, running with his luck here. He's got a runner at 1. He's got the speedy Sam Pachuris over there at first. Goes back inside, hard, low and fast. Phelp fouls it off. Pachuris already...
Umpire Kevin Tannerbring standing to our side here, one of the 2 tournament chief umpires, just saying there's a fair bit of work going on behind the plate from the catcher in framing here. A lot of framing. He can't believe how much he's seeing. But wouldn't trick him in a game, that's for sure.
No, not Cote. Here we go. Counts full. Runner at 1. None out. In the dirt, but good enough to beat Phelp, unfortunately, with the pace, and goes down swinging, does the shortstop for the first out. Christian Rothel, the centre fielder, who went down looking in the first at bat. Takes the pitch across the plate.
Very good at trying to shrink his strike zone here, but not falling for it is the umpire.
She's doing a very good job, Paige Breen. Absolute rocket by May. Beats Rothel for pace, who gets after it hard. And change it up. Gets him swinging as Harry May now out to 5 strikeouts in this men's championship final. It's the right fielder, Jake Pendleton, flied out to second base in his first at-bat. And he's found that outside corner again, has May. Again, the power hitter, Pachuris at first, renowned for his speed. You can see looking to break here.
Again, that change of pace is just...
It's brutal.
The thing is, they're trying to get the bat on ball, they're trying to get runs, and they're having to go aggressive for it.
It's a masterclass officially, as May picks up another one as we move into the bottom of the 4th here. And I would suggest that you'll see a very, very lazy, slow effort here by the Hills, and seeing if they can drag this thing out and not have to go back around again.
Yeah, we've got 11 minutes till no new inning now.
So 6 is the marker. All right. Excitingly, we've got Goodman and Co to come who've all hit some long bonds, but Butler, the right fielder, will be the lead-off. Nick Dorr had a good innings last innings with a strikeout, had a great fast reflex catch, and also retired Harry May. Gave up the one run, which was a 250-foot bomb to Luke Moore, who stuck it into the sheds. And I've called Mitch Butler, but I think one of those many changes that you said before that I wasn't listening to has come into the game. I think Mr. Elliott.
Yeah, Darryl Elliott came in for Mitch Butler out at right field. Just didn't see who it was that came in out at left field. It may have been either Brad Atkinson or Patrick Fraser. I think it might have been Brad Atkinson.
Well, Darryl Elliott's been sent in here to lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Hills. Great softball servant. And takes a pitch on the outside. Nick Dorr gets that edge.
Of course, Joe Harvey up at third, Darryl Elliott in the box, both part of the coaching group that went away with the under-16 boys. Performed well.
Darryl, just if you don't mind, sticks the ball in a line drive out to right field on a bounce. Great effort out there by Jake Pendleton as he comes running in to try and make it a 9-3. But Elliott, just as you would expect, he's just too fast. Speed does it again. It was good pickup, good recovery, but a great piece of batting by the state coach, or one of the state junior coaches. And Cooper Goodman, as you can see, there's no cars left in the car park. Everybody's now heeded the warning. He's gone again deep, but this time just in front of the Infinity Signs fence out there for a fly out to centre field. One pitch.
Just got under that one a little bit, and that's why it didn't quite get all of it. Darryl Elliott took a few steps off and made his way back to first, so time to roll back to the top of the lineup.
Caleb Zackley, who's had a strikeout, and he's also hit a ball to left field. This one's gone high out to centre field, and that's a good piece of fielding by Christian Rothwell out there, who's now finding himself very busy. Might need an extra water break. So that's a good catch looking into the sun on a hot day. So gets right behind it, good glove position, sunglasses on top of his head when you're looking into the sun. 2 out. The speedy Elliott stuck at first. Wilson, who's having a reasonable day with a double and a home run.
Yeah, nice piece last time bringing home Zackley, and Darryl will be hoping that goes over again. He doesn't have to go too quick around the bases then.
Dorr brushes him back off the plate.
I reckon Darryl Elliott last year at the state champs played in the Hills C grade men's team. Just a late bloomer.
Wilson takes a strike off speed across the middle of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out for the Hills. They're leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Hard ball hit over to third base. Rivers knocks it down, keeps it in front, which is a good job there, because if the ball was past the speedy Elliott, who knows what's possible. Could have been at third, could have been at home, could have run on a lap of the diamond. He's that fast. So a great piece of work there by the third base to knock the ball down off the shot there by Wilson. That would bring the icon to the plate, but instead we've got his replacement. Just get a number for me there, Pete. I'm not wearing my glasses, I can't see a thing.
Yeah, it's waiting for him to turn around. Looks like number 838, Brett Atkinson.
So he's first at bat in the men's country championship final. And he's taken a strike for 1-1 in the count. Looks like we might sneak the 5th in. Getting tight. And he's just pushed that ball effectively. And it's gone over to second base for a good catch running back there by Nathan Humphrey. NAMSA are going to get one more roll of the dice here.
Yeah, so this will be it. They've got to get the 4 runs here. We're going to start. They would normally complete the inning in the tournament. If you start it before the 65-minute in a final, you'll complete the inning. But of course, with Hills leading, if NAMSA don't get past 4 runs or more, then the game will probably end right there.
Well, Harry May's had a great day so far. He's had 3, 5, 6 strikeouts, 3 of them looking too. He's only given up so far the 1 hit, and that was the first at bat of the game. Since then, he's retired the rest of the NAMSA lineup here as we move into the 5th. So having a very, very good day.
He's so cool and just calm out there too. He just doesn't look fazed by anything. Just rocks up, rolls the arm over, goes back, goes again. Half the time, as I've said, he's starting to walk off the diamond before the play's even finished. So
Patrick Rivers, the third baseman, who's had to defend a couple of hot shots today. He's going to lead off the 5th here. NAMSA's last roll of the dice. They're chasing 4 here in the Country Championships final. 5 for the win.
Left.
Following this is the Women's A-grade Grand Final. There are other Grand Finals that will be playing simultaneously around the fields at the moment, so the next commentary crew will fill you in on that.
And of course, during the next game, we'll get any finals that have completed in this time slot. We'll get you the results of them for that as well.
In the dirt. So as we get close to the finish of that, again, just a big thank you to the volunteers that have helped us this weekend, to the associations that have come into the bar and the canteen and really helped us along there. Very much appreciated. Over to third base, hot glove. Zackley goes down on the backhand, and if you don't mind, throws a rocket across the diamond, and the man with the mo, with the cool moves, has thrown off the leader. As you see there on the Sporties Bar replay. Fancy footwork and good quick recovery. Gary McNamara, the first base for NAMSA, now charged with the task of being the base runner required. NAMSA needing 4 at least to tie it, 5 to win it.
Just running around, Anthony, the games in the next time slot, the finals. So we have the A-grade women. West here is Sun Ranger versus Gawler. The B2 grade women is Mighty Ducks versus the Hills. The grand final for B grade men is between Riverland and a game that is being played now. The B2 men's final is between NAMSA Red and a game being played now. And then the B-grade women grand final in the same time slot between Centrals and Mount Gambier. So it looks like Centrals, Mount Gambier, NAMSA, Riverland, Hills, the Mighty Ducks, Sunraysia and Gawler all looking to be represented. And I think one of the Centrals teams is playing off. So we could have another year where we have a team in every grand final.
Very, very cool. May just misses on the outside edge in his battle with McNamara. Yes, look, if you haven't made your way down already, probably don't need to bother. Just check it out on Spacequake Sports, because there's not a car park left. There's not a seat left here in the house at West Beach. The Country Championships has bought them from everywhere. Seen some quality softball. You're going to see some great country teams battle it out in the women's final following this one here. As I said, standing room only. So Harry May trying to put the last brush on his masterpiece here in the final. McNamara fighting all the way. Grounded out to short last time. And chases a fastball down and low. Swings over the top as May picks up his 7th strikeout in the final. And no pressure now for the second base person, Nathan Humphreys. 2 out. Hills 1 out away from the men's country championship final win. Top of the lineup to follow. Dorr is next on deck at the moment. He's fighting is Nathan Humphreys, grounded out of the pitcher in his first at-bat, fouled this one off. So, again, as I said, those volunteers, led by Joe Liddell, amazing effort. Special thank you to a couple of the Adelaide people that came down and helped, Kylie Weatherstone, Lucy Weatherstone, Ryan Weatherstone. Just shout out there for the family. Ed Hammond came in, and we also had, another foul ball. We also had Glenelg, Liz McGee came down and helped out, and the president of Seacom, Anthony Pearson, also came down out. So thank you for those. If you're wondering why I'm on the mic and not in the bar at the moment, that's because the national championship winning coach is in the bar at the moment serving drinks, Ben Lucas, along with Kelsey Nucky. So thank you to those as well. Change up again. Humphreys fighting all the way here for NAMSA. Just 1 out away are the Hills from the championship.
4-0 and all 4 runs from home runs.
On a day like today, that's how you do it. And it's a ground out over to Zackley. Zackley comes up throwing and gets rung up by Taylor at first, and that's it. The Hills have won the men's country championship final here, 2025. Great effort, and led by an amazing pitching performance by Harry May. Home runs to Humphreys, to Goodman, Moyle, and Wilson. Some big shots there. So great team performance by the Hills. Deserving winners. Great fight by NAMSA, and a great fast game there, Pete.
That was a great game, yeah. And, it wasn't a blowout, 4 runs. NAMSA were a chance if they could just get a couple on to bring around. They left a couple on in the first innings, and it was a good game, a good hard game. Both played in really good spirits, and it was a great game to watch, and that's why they were the A-grade grand final.
Yeah. So again, flowers to you, Pete Williams, for the efforts of organising and running this country championships with the assistance of the office, SA softball office. Thank you to Aqaba Hotel for their sponsorship of the country championships. To Spacequake, sorry about we didn't get the water out quick enough, but we don't really have much left in the bar at the moment, so we had to go down to the river. No, just kids. And here comes the winning team, led by the shortstop, Caleb Zackley. Let's see if the Icon's made it out of the way of the makeup chair. No, he's not. Of course he's there. Yeah.
He's off behind him.
Yeah,
he's
that's of course. Yeah, there he is. So as they exchange a well done for a great game, the Hills running out winners 4-0 on the back of 3 home runs and a 7 strikeout performance by Harry May. And the Hills have run out 4-0 winners to take home the Open Men's South Australian Country Championships 2025 final, sponsored by the Aqaba Hotel. We'll see you shortly for the women's game. Pete's filled you, and the Icon James Harris will be on the mic, and he'll let you know what's happening in the women's side of the game, and obviously presentations around about 3:30. We'll try and keep them quick because of the heat. Thanks for tuning in. Women's ASA picks up Wednesday night with Sturt v Hills at 8 o'clock on Diamond 1. So thank you for your time.
See you then.
Thank you.